this year and a lot of other years, the Bucks are one of the best teams at preventing shots to the rim and limiting an opponent's field goal percentage. I mean, knowing that coming in tonight, did you guys have a good idea of, okay, they're going to try to wall it off against Z and make y'all shoot jumpers?
Yeah, this is a championship caliber team. They got championship DNA, obviously. Lopez protects the rim probably better than anybody in the NBA. I think his defensive percentage is up there at the rim. Obviously, they got Jonas. They got shooters all around him. Great guard and Drew. They were missing Chris tonight. But, I mean, this is a very good team who spreads the floor. They play the game the right way. And it was a good test for us, especially coming off of a few losses to kind of see how we would respond. I like how we responded. We were right there. Had a chance down the stretch, 2-possession game. But this is a part of the growing process. You're going to go through times where everything is going well during the season. There's going to be times where you're struggling, you're losing games, and you got to stop the bleeding. And I think we got a unique opportunity here with some games coming up to kind of get back on the right track and really see what we're made of. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. There's so many games left in the season. There's ebbs and flows. It's just about consistently playing the right way and trying to build winning habits. And I think tonight we got back to building winning habits.
What did you think about JV's aggressiveness, especially early in this one?
Yeah, I liked it. I knew they were going to be in a drop most of the night, so his pops were going to be open. He was aggressive. He didn't hesitate. He took the shots that were there, and he played a great game for us tonight. And it's a shame he played so well and weren't able to come away with the win. But I think it'll be good for him going forward to trust that jumper and let it go.
There may not be many nice things after a 4-game losing streak, but the fact that you guys are still, I guess in the top 4 of the West right now, and you have put yourselves in a position just. How good was it to know that if you can take a loss like this and not take a tumble after a stretch like this?
Yeah, you always want to win games, especially at home, but you understand the season. There's going to be times where you lose, tough games. We lost the overtime game. I think we've lost 3 overtime games this season, so those are coin flip games you learn from, and hopefully you get them down the stretch of the season. And we knew at some point we were going to lose, winning 7 in a row, but it's just more about, how we're losing, right? We lost the first game in Utah. I thought that we got outplayed. They out-hustled us. They out everything to us, and then we competed and lost. And then, obviously, that Phoenix game, 1 or 2 possession game, we end up blowing the league and drop a tough one. But I think it's more about, like I said before, building winning habits, right? Being able to respond to losses, the same way we respond to wins, I think is important. And we got a unique opportunity here to be at home for a few games and then get back on the road and take care of business.
Yeah, Willy pointed to staying consistent defensively and rebounding some of the issues during the losing streak. What have you kind of seen that needs to be addressed from these last 4 games?
Yeah, I thought we rebounded much better tonight. Didn't give up as many second chance opportunities tonight, but in the previous games, I think that hurt us. I think our defensive intensity lacked, our transition defense. We were turning the ball over a lot during our 3 now 4 game losing streak. Teams were getting points off turnovers. I think in this league, every possession is so valuable, and you need to get down to the stretch of the game in this, 3-point game, 4-point game, 5-point game, and you think, what could I have done better throughout the game? And I think for us, it's just getting a shot every time, giving ourselves a chance, and then defensively, sticking to the game plan. Obviously, Jonas is a very good player. He's going to score, but just trying to make it difficult, trying to keep him off the free throw line and make him earn them. And I think, considering the fact that he had 40 and Lopez had 30, and we still had a chance down the stretch.
Yeah, it feels like so much has happened since the last time he played. How important is it going to be to get B.I. back in the lineup and kind of assist in getting, this run?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we miss him. We need him out there, but his health is important, so it's about making sure he's ready before he comes back. We don't want him coming back prematurely, but if you consider the circumstances of Zion, B.I., and myself only playing 10 games together, and you'd have told me we'd be 4th in the West with a chance to be 2nd, or potentially 1st after another week, I would say I'll take it. So things could be a lot worse. I think that's a sign of development. It's a sign of growth and a sign that we're a good team. Being able to still win games, with a B.I. out, with Larry out tonight, that shows you that we're a good team heading in the right direction.
CJ, there might not be a tougher 3-man wall a person can face when you got Drew Holiday guarding you, and then you're looking and you see Giannis and Brook. How do you think Zion fared? Because, he didn't get in the scoring stats early, but he found you guys. But then he started rolling a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he made the right plays. He's going against an all-world defender in Drew. He's got the best help side defender in the NBA on the backside in Giannis, and then the best rim protector in the NBA in Lopez. So, those is big 7-footers, with length, knowing that he's trying to drive. So I thought he made the right plays. He was aggressive. Would like to see him get some more free throws. Giannis shoots 22. I'd like to see him get 12 maybe. Like, that would be nice. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're heading in the right direction, and it's about growth and it's about learning. It's about executing and learning from lack of execution. And I think we're getting better late game, and we still got a ways to go. And I got to get better late game. We're getting us in the right spots, but it's about learning, right? You know, we got 51 games left. We should be better each time we get in these situations, and hopefully we're coming away with wins. You know, at the later part of this week.
Zion's one of the quieter superstars in the league. Obviously doesn't talk to the referees much, but he picked up a technical tonight. Is that just something you want to see? That's something you tell him to do, speak his, on his own behalf a little more?
He has to sometimes. You know, I generally get a technical every few games just to make sure that they know, like, you're not going to call the game like that against us. But I think, you know, he was frustrated. He felt like he was getting fouled. He felt like there was some contact, but not just for him. I think there was a couple of calls that just weren't the right calls tonight. Jose plays great defense on Drew Holiday. They call a foul, right? Herb, all ball. There's 3 possessions in which he does it. We only get 1 challenge, so we have to kind of pick which one are we going to challenge. But you watch the replay, and obviously it's difficult to call it in live action, but, you know, those are plays on the ball in which they shouldn't be fouls. And then the same thing happens to us, and it's not a foul. So I think it's just frustrating, and hopefully, you know, he'll continue to get what he deserves and get more free throws as the games progress.
30 games in, I know the team likes to look at the games in sets of 10.
Mm-hmm.
What are the next steps in the progression for this team to get better and for yourself?
I think the next steps for us as a team is to continue to be consistent defensively. And we're going to score 100, 120 points a night. That's not the issue for us. It's about, you know, game plan discipline, being in our spots, showing length, pick and roll coverages, making sure we're rotating properly, running guys off the line, securing the rebound and getting out and running. And then for me, it's just about being consistent with my approach. You know, my work ethic is always the same. I finally feel good post-COVID. I'm going to make shots and miss shots, but I want to make sure I'm taking care of the ball, getting guys in the right spot, making sure tempo is being pushed properly, and then executing late games. So I think we're getting there, and I'm getting there. I think I've played 25 or 26 games. I missed a few with COVID, but all in all, considering the circumstances, I'm heading in the right direction. I think our team is in position. Well, we're well positioned to still get better, right? You know, I think we're top 10 in offense, probably a little outside top 10 in defense after the last 4, but we're in position to finish this year top 10 in offense and defense, which is recipe for home games in the playoffs, generally speaking, when you do that right.
Yeah, we talked about the times that you were struggling a little bit. Now your numbers are going up. What's been the key for you just finding what you need to do to be effective within the offense?
Yeah, I mean, I just stick to the work, man. I stick to the work. I was, not feeling the best, but I don't make excuses. I was still working. It just wasn't translating. But over time, it always figures itself out. Quality looks usually lead to quality results when you're putting in work behind the scenes. Just trying to make sure I'm not turning the ball over. I had a couple where I was falling out of bounds, and I kind of threw it, and then I threw one out of bounds to her. But I'm more so worried about those little things. We'll be able to get to spots. It's going to be make a shot or make a play. But I just want to consistently try to do the right things, make the right plays, and play winning basketball. I think that's what it's about at this point in my career, win games, and make sure that we're putting ourselves in a position to succeed, come April and May.
Yeah, your guy, Dame became the all-time leading scorer for this franchise tonight. Just what are you feeling seeing that, knowing how long y'all journey was together in Portland?
Yeah, I'm extremely happy for him. I recorded a video for him a few weeks ago anticipating this moment. I know how hard he's worked. I know our relationship, what that is and what that will be for the rest of our life. The bond that we have is something special, and I'm just happy for him because I know the type of work that he puts in. A lot of people see the success on the court, but you don't see what goes into the success, the sacrifice, the work ethic, the 6 a.m.s in Vegas, all the stuff that we've done together and all the stuff that he's done independently to build himself up for these types of moments and accolades is a testimony to his hard work, his faith, and the coaching staff and the organization putting him in positions to succeed. So I'm extremely happy for him, and I'm not surprised. That's something that we expected him to accomplish based on his greatness.